Hello and welcome to Light Waves by todderbert. If you enjoy reviews of flashlights, rechargeable lanterns, and other portable light sources, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the NiteCore EA81. This is an 8 AA powered high output flashlight. You can still find this selling on Amazon USA for $99. I say still because this is a legacy product. It came out in 2016. Yeah, it's been out for a long time. They did discontinue the flashlight, so you can't buy it on NiteCore.com anymore, so there's that. You can still find it on Amazon USA, which is fantastic. Links below, and of course eBay as well. If I have links for those to eBay, I'll put those there. So yeah, you're right around $100 mark. You might see it for a little higher. Not sure what this value is in the secondary market, but it's a pretty interesting light nonetheless. Now, saying this was donated to me to the channel by Lee B, a patron on Patreon. Thank you, sir. You know who you are. I appreciate the flashlight. It's pretty awesome. He's donated some mag lights in the past. Great guy. He donates radios, all kinds of fun stuff. So let's see what we got here. The NiteCore EA81, Cree XHP50, an older LED, I believe. There you go. 2,150 lumens in red, big bold. Now that's pretty crazy when I saw that I'm like AA powered, that much output. Yeah, it does it. It's pretty amazing. So there you go, some bullet points. Throw, 462 meters, waterproof, beautiful. Illustration of the flashlight, looking pretty boss. Explorer series, loving it. And we got caving and search and rescue and outdoors. All right. There's a little blurb about it. Ba-doom. NiteCore. I've done the NiteCore in a while, I don't think. Here you are. Okay, great. So I'll show you what came in the box. Throw it to the side. So in the box, we get the star to show. Yeah, it's a beast. I gotta put it like this because it'll roll away if I don't. So there it is. The EA81. Let's bring it down a little bit. Probably have to bring it back up, but we'll see. We got some goodies in the box, which is nice. We got a carry lanyard with their name, NiteCore, sweet touch. 2 big O-rings extra. You need them. Keep this thing waterproof. And we get a monster holster. I love this. Yeah, it's great to get a holster. I'm glad they did this. So it says NiteCore right there. Branded Velcro. It's got a nice little hitch here. You can hang it. And of course it goes over the belt. And then quick releases. It's got Velcro here. So you can hang it however you want to deploy your holster. Yeah. And then of course we got some paperwork. Always like that. NiteCore, worldwide warranty. I think it was 5-year warranty. I'm not sure what it says here. It's pretty fine print. Store stamp. What? Okay. Guess you gotta buy it in a store or something? I don't know. What else we got? We got the operating instructions, which I'm gonna show you because I might miss something. There's the power and mode buttons do a lot of stuff. So you're gonna be pretty amazed by it. So here we are, NiteCore, the all-around flashlight expert. All right. There's some features. Kind of zoom in up there on them. It has an 810 hour runtime. Holy cow. I think that's on its ultra low setting. So there's a bunch of bullet points. I'll try to cover most of them. There you are. And of course, battery installation. It takes 8 AA's. They recommend nickel metal hydride or alkaline. And Lee told me that the flashlight runs best with nickel metal hydride. And I kind of agree with him because of the output of this flashlight. It can handle the drain that's going to produce on a AA battery. Alkalines have a hard time doing high drain. But if you're running on low output modes or low modes, I think alkaline would be just fine. You just have to make sure to run it on low modes only. Like low and ultra low right there. There's your output and run times. And that's the data they got for those run times. They used nickel metal hydrides, 2450 milliamp hour varieties. Cool. Okay, so here is using it. There's some tips. Okay, there's the on-off, standby. So it's got a beacon on the power switches so you can find it in the dark. I'll try to show that to you. Got mode switch for brightness levels. Carries over to this side. Try to get all this on the camera here. So there you go. You got instant ultra low and turbo and instant strobe too. I don't really call it instant strobe, but there is an instant strobe feature, which is nice. Everything is available from off. There's the strobe ready. There you go. We can lock and unlock. Again, I'll try to show you all this to you guys. You even got a battery status indicator as well that you can engage with a button press here. Illustration. Almost through ATR technology, changing batteries, maintenance, blah, blah, blah. There's your warranty service, 5-year, limited, I'm guessing. So there, okay, great. Let's throw that aside. Let's get rid of this stuff and get to the flashlight. Yeah, I spent time in the manual, but I want to make sure again in case I missed something. So, dimensions of this bad boy. 7.5 inches in length, or 191 millimeters. Gotta love it. Almost 200 millimeters. Yeah. Us radio crowd know 200 millimeter ferrites are awesome. So, a head diameter is 2 3/8 of an inch, or 60 millimeters. And our tail diameter is 1 5/8 of an inch, or 41 millimeters. Check out that bottom. It's pretty sweet. It's tail stands too. Love the design. Very cool. Tail standing. All right. So let's go ahead and do a size comparison. I'm going to, again, have to do it on an angle because otherwise it will roll away. Now, I have, let's see here, a small. I should do the small here. 18650 everyday carry. I use this on my walks. It's funny that this has the same output as that. Yeah. Gotta love it. All right, so we got that. We have a, I don't know, 21700 flat top. There you go. Just to give an idea of just the sheer size of this flashlight. And then I think this is the one Lee gave me as well. Donated to the channel, Maglite. This is the, what is this? The ML25LT. I think this is 2 C-cell powered LED Maglite. Made in USA. Everybody loves to see that. Yeah. So our Maglite, 2C powered. Give you an idea. I'll bet you it was 2D. It would probably be the same size as that. So, but there you go for size comparison. Rock on. All right. Of course, we always have deck of cards. Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He can spin like no one can. $20 bill test. Chink. $20 bill won't buy you one, but there you go. Idea for size. Okay, cool. We're done with all that. Let's get to the flashlight, its features real quick. So yeah, going to the top here, it's got this blacked out bezel, which I think is sweet looking. NiteCore always has a good design. They're expensive usually. So I don't know if this new was $100, but I'll bet you it was up there. Guarantee it. Just because of the sheer amount of aluminum here and the weight and everything. It's just amazing. But anyway, this is stainless steel. This blacked out ring here, it's a really nice retaining ring. Our glass is a toughened glass lens with anti-reflective coatings. You can see we got this deep well to give us our throw, and it's orange peel to give it a little bit of a flood. Down there in the bottom, we have a domed LED, and that's that Cree XHP50 in cool white. Yep, there's our little LED doing its work. The body of this flashlight is aluminum alloy. They always say aircraft grade aluminum, so 6061 T6. And yeah, that's what they use in aircraft. And it's hard anodized type 3. Yeah, I like that military grade finish. Looking good too. I mean, they always look nice on NiteCore. Definitely impressive. And of course, yeah, my hands aren't huge, but yeah, I feel like it's like a mini club. It should have some crenellation on top here, man. It could definitely be a defensive item. Get out the way. NiteCore, NiteCore.com. Yeah, it shows you the tail stands. I'm glad they did that way. And the way they did the lanyard hook point is sweet. They got it right there, milled into the side, not in the bottom, so it doesn't get in the way when your lanyard's hooked up. Beautiful. And of course, we have IPX8 Waterproof, and it holds our 8 AA batteries. Now, like I say, use nickel metal hydrides. Hopefully, you have enough. There's 8 of them. And I'm using Eneloop whites. The reason why I'm using Eneloop whites is they can handle discharge a little better than the high capacity ones. So if you have high capacity nickel metal hydrides, you may not want to use them in this flashlight. So I'm using the standard whites, and they work great. Fantastic. No problems whatsoever. So there we go. Panasonic. Good label. All right. So yeah, I like these. Now there's 2 little pins that line up so you get your polarity correct. So if you're wondering how you keep your polarity correct when you put this on, so there's the 2 little holes there, and I'm going to line up those pins. When I put this back on, that way the polarity is not messed up. Yeah, nice, tight. All right, lock on. All right, cool. Now, turning it on, we have a power button here and a mode switch. I don't know if you guys can see that. If you tap mode, it will show a battery status LED underneath. We got a blue LED underneath. There is no USB-C charging, guys. Just so if you have to charge your batteries, you gotta take them out. So there is no charge circuit on this flashlight. So just so you know, we just have our power button and our mode switch. I wish they were bigger. They're pretty small for a big flashlight like this. But these do a bunch of things. So first of all, we'll start with the power switch. Power switch turns it on. Click, and one click off. Now it has mode memory. So starting off with whatever mode you left it in. And it has 5 modes: ultra low, low, medium, high, turbo. So on, last mode used. Let's just get that down. It's pretty bright. That was on turbo, by the way. And then we'll go ahead and turn it off. Now let me just kind of, I'm going to zoom in on those power buttons a little bit. All right, there we go. Zip it on down. Okay, so power button does more than just that. So from off, if you're like carrying this in the dark and you want to turn it on but not wake anybody up with its ultra brightness, just press and hold the power button and ultra low will come on. There you go. There's our 1 lumen. And this is great for tuning radios with because it'll run 810 hours and doesn't have any RFI. Love it. So, and single press off. There. Now if you want turbo from off, you just use the mode button, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. So this is with the power buttons. There's a lot of functions still left on this one. So yeah, like I showed you, oh no, you didn't see this yet. So when the flashlight's on, all right, hold on a second, it's on, it's just on the ultra low. Okay. Gotta make sure I'm on, there we are. So yeah, when you're in ultra low, it's hard to tell if the flashlight's on and when the lights are on. So when the flashlight's on, the power button, if you press and hold it, light will go out, and it has this flashlight finder. Now in the dark, you probably see it. It flashes, and it's very low drain. So this will run 1 year, they say, with 8 AA batteries. This flashlight finder. So if you left it on, no big deal. You leave it on for a weekend, no worries. You still have full charge on your batteries. So that's kind of cool. And as soon as you press the flashlight on, that goes off. So very simple. But yeah, I thought you guys would get a kick out of that. And from off, I showed you you can get the ultra low directly, which I think is fantastic. So yeah, press on and off. So now the mode button. The mode button does a lot. So the mode button, okay, it cycles as you saw. You single click once the flashlight's on. There's low, medium, high, turbo, ultra low, low, medium, high, turbo. So you get the idea, right? And it has mode memory, so power off, power on, wherever you left it. So with the mode, let's say turn the flashlight off. From off, if you press and hold, you get access to turbo. So if you want turbo, press and hold the mode button from off, and you got turbo. And if you hit turbo again, it puts you in ultra low. So you go from turbo to ultra low right away, which is kind of weird. Or you just hit power button to turn it off, and now we're off. Let's go to turbo. And if you just hit the turbo button, you got the moonlight mode, and you can cycle your modes. So that's interesting how they did it that way. All right, cool. There's more here, so just bear with me here. This is fun. I like this flashlight. Thanks, Lee. So while on, let's see, okay, press and hold. Oh, this is going to be fun. This accesses the strobe, beacon, and SOS modes. Yes, it has those 3 modes. It's absolutely amazing. So while this is on, I press and hold the mode button. It's going to start those flashing of the flashlights. If you can't handle flashing lights, turn away. So I'm going to press and hold. We got strobe. Now if you want to cycle these, you press and hold again. Now we have the beacon mode, flashes, an intense beacon at high, or probably turbo. And then if we press and hold again, we'll get our SOS flash. Fantastic. Okay. And I'm just going to hit the power button to turn it off. There you are. Very simple. Again, this mode button, again, I got to keep going. So from off, you can double quick press to access strobe directly. So 1, 2, strobe. And I think, yeah, just hitting again, presses it goes off. Good deal. Didn't go into ultra low on that time. So that's neat. You have access right away to that. So yeah, what else do we have from on? Okay, so I showed you how you could press this mode button and see the status of the batteries. Or I don't know if I did. I might not have. So yeah, so you press the mode button while the flashlight's off, and this will tell you the battery status. So 3 flashes means 100% to 50%. 2 flashes means 50% to 10%. And of course, 1 flash means 10% to 0. So 3 flashes, not too bad. We're doing good. All right, we're almost done here. We'll do with our demo, and then we'll give you final thoughts on the flashlight. There's a lockout feature on this flashlight as well. So we press and hold while the flashlight's on. I believe it's power and mode button. Actually, I'm trying to remember if this is on. Give me a moment here. I think it's from on, yeah. So from on, press and hold these two buttons simultaneously. The light goes out. Now you get a confirmation flash, and now there's nothing telling you it's locked out. You might think the batteries are dead. Repeat the process to unlock. Press and hold both buttons. So if your flashlight doesn't turn on, try pressing and holding both buttons because you might have locked it out and forgot you did. So it's something to think about before you start messing around like crazy. I'll bet you, though, if you took and unscrewed the cap and put it back on, it probably reset. So there's that. Start working. Oh, it must have been a fluke. Nah, I was locked out. Okay, so let's head to the garage where I took pictures. And then outdoors where we did some outdoor video of this thing in action and witness its throw and what these AA batteries are capable of. All right, let's head to the garage. So here I am in the garage, 15 feet away from the garage door. The light's on turbo. Definitely can see it's a hot spot there. This is 2,150 lumens. Don't know when it'll start throttling, but expect a couple minutes and it will. They give a total runtime of 1 3/4 hours and a total throw of 462 meters in this mode. Now we're on high. This is 1,200 lumens. Expect a runtime of 2.5 hours before your AA batteries are done. Now we're going to medium, useful mode, 460 lumens, 7 hours. It's a pretty strong light to walk with, 460 lumens. It's got a lot of reach still. Pretty amazing. Now we're going to low, a really good setting. This is 80 lumens. Expect a total runtime of 32 hours. 80 lumens is your task light, probably around the house, doing basic work. 80 lumens is enough for everything. And now for our last picture, you can just make it out. Ultra low. This is 1 lumen. Expect again a runtime of 810 hours. Absolutely amazing at 1 lumen, and it rocks. So let's head outdoors. I took a video of this flashlight in action from distances of 30 feet to 100 meters. Okay, I'm outside with the NiteCore EA81, going to turbo, 2,150 lumens, with a throw of 462 meters. Archway 30 feet, tree behind it is 50 feet, tree to the left here is 40 feet, tree down range there is 100 feet, and moving further down there's a gazebo, which is 100 meters. See between the two trees there. And then next to that to the left is 2 pine trees. The stop sign and the mailbox there is 100 meters. And down you should be able to see that gazebo. Hopefully that's picking it up. 100-foot tree. Going to the edge of the sidewalk and bringing it down. All right. Okay, you got to see it in action. Pretty awesome. Let's do a quick benchtop demo here, and then we'll do some final thoughts. So go ahead and turn the lights off here. Just give you an idea. Low power on the table. Okay, so we're on low right now, 80 lumens, and we'll bring it up here. Show you the spill. The spill's okay. I mean, it's got a nice hot spot, but the spill is pretty weak. It's there. It's nice to have it, but it's definitely a thrower. There you go. Iron Man to the center here. And then let's bring it in there. And then we'll go to the ceiling, aiming it up. And then we'll cycle through the modes here. Little buttons, gotta try to find them there. The flashlight has 2 flat sides to it, so it kind of helps orientate it in your hand in the dark, which is nice. So we're going to cycle. So this is low. There's medium, or they call middle, actually, in the paperwork. And high, turbo. There's ultra low. Low, medium, high, turbo, lighting up the whole room, of course. 2,000 lumens does that. Any flashlight, 2,000 lumens is going to do this. Very nice. And then our ultra low. Again, it does have spill on ultra low. There it is. You can see that in person, you can really make it out with your night vision. There's Iron Man getting a little bit, and then there's the spot. So yeah, we're radio channel. We're going to expect to know if it has RFI or not, and it has none on the first 3 modes. Ultra low, low, medium, that's a good thing. But when you get to high and turbo, for some reason, the RFI goes up.
Competitive game, they're okay, but if they get blown out by Ohio State, I believe they could be left out of the playoffs, and that's really what they would deserve.
We'll see what the committee's thinking as to the current rankings coming up Tuesday evening. You'll see it on ESPN. College hoops on Monday. Wisconsin ranked number 19. That was a close call against Texas Rio Grande Valley.
So there you go. You had an idea. The RFI, it's a certain way that flashlight's held by the antenna. You'll get it on the two high-end turbo. Didn't show well on this video, but if you're wondering, like, I didn't hear anything. Yeah, I didn't hear anything either, which is cool. But yeah, just holding it a certain way, you'll get it. So let's go ahead and just pop that up so I can see what's going on. And let's do some final thoughts on the E81. And I also wanted to mention thank you, Lee, for the batteries. He also bought the batteries. Absolutely amazing. All right. Okay. Yeah, because it definitely needed those batteries to get the proper turbo rocking. So, all right. So, I got our Iron Man. Let's go ahead and turn this off. There you go. Yeah, those buttons could be bigger. Probably should add that to my dislikes. I wish that those buttons were bigger. Those are pretty small for a monster-sized flashlight, don't you think? This reminds me of the buttons on the tube, NiteCore tube. They use the same setup. I know because I use one daily. All right, so let's move that out of the way. And let's talk about the E81. We'll kind of zoom it in and do our final thoughts. I guess I'll bring Iron Man back in for just a little bit. All right, there we are. Looking sweet. Look at that bad boy. It's tough looking. So the NiteCore E81, what do I like about it? Easy to find size. You can't misplace this sucker. AA operation. I think that's fantastic. It uses AA power. Rock on. The low and ultra modes are very handy with this flashlight. Quick access to the ultra low, turbo, and strobe modes. Yeah. And the battery status indicator. Loving that. Side. Iron Man. Trying to steal the show. What else? Excellent throw. Tail stands. Beacon mode. I do like the beacon mode. Flashlight finder, I think, is useful. I didn't get a chance to really test that out because I wasn't outdoors camping with it, but I expect it to be good. Electronic lockout, nice, and mode memory, and the included holster. Hey, you know, that's just a really neat thing to have. I mean, it's not a cheap one either, so you're paying for that, but nice to have. I'm glad they threw that in. And of course, the lanyard and all that. Those extra O-rings are always nice little things. So that's what I like about it. What I don't like, I griped about the buttons being too small. Yeah, that's one thing. You need nickel metal hydride batteries to operate properly, or those 1.5 volt lithium batteries that came out. Those new ones where you can charge them up. Those are pretty cool. Those operate just fine in here. I don't see a problem with those at all in here. I didn't have 8 of those to test it, but I'm sure those will work fantastic. The only problem with those things produce RFI just sitting there with the thing off. So yeah, so if you're a radio guy, you're not going to want those. But if you're not a radio guy, you don't care, then yeah, you can get those 1.5 volt lithium batteries, and they'll work fine in this flashlight if you don't want to do the nickel metal hydride. I recommend the Eneloops. Eneloops are good. Good battery. They work great in almost everything. I wish it'd have more flood. This is me, a little more spill to it. That's just the design of the reflector. The fact that it's discontinued is a bummer. I dislike that. I wish it was still being manufactured, but it isn't. And I wish the battery status LED was a bit brighter. It's a little dim. I can understand it's doing for power savings, but if it's bigger or brighter, it would be better. Overall, what is this flashlight? Who's it for? It's for that person who wants their flashlight to be high output and run on standard AA batteries or standard battery. Man, 2000 lumens is nothing to scoff at. When this thing's pushing that turbo there and throwing that far on AA power, it's just amazing. Yeah, you're using 8 batteries, but hey, feels good in the hand, feels balanced, and yeah, you're rocking it. So it's definitely for those people who want the traditional light, traditional batteries, and want just a heft. They want to have it and know where it's at. Again, it's a premium right now, probably because you can't get it, but if it's something you really think is awesome, yeah, links down below if you want to support the channel. Use them. Awesome. So yeah, NiteCore EA81. If you like the video, give a big like. If you like the flashlight, big like. 2, if you like NiteCore products, subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified of future flashlight reviews from them. Once in a while, if something interesting pops up from NiteCore, I do buy it. They do have a lot of expensive ones, so I tend to go to the cheaper route, like Sofern and Workos. But NiteCore's still there, producing some awesome flashlights. Love it. And of course, 3, comment below what you think about the E81. Built in 2016. I know it's dated, but would you still pick one up? It seems like there's still an audience for these flashlights. People are still buying them. So let me know what you guys think. Yeah, I need to read those comments. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next awesome video.